Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is a video I've been waiting a while to do. This was sent to me by a viewer of mine, a YouTuber, fellow YouTuber, Hooter McKoolski. If you haven't checked out his channel or you don't know who he is, go give him a follow, give him a like. Down in the downstairs area, there will be a link to his channel. So without further ado, what I have here is Clone Captain Rex. Now, I've already reviewed Clone Captain Rex on my channel. In fact, I reviewed this one, which was sent to me. It's the HasCon exclusive version. And then I also have the regular release version. I have both because this one has the photoreal face and that one doesn't. Then I just got this one. This is a Walmart exclusive. It's not out in the United States just yet, but it is out in Canada. People go to Walmart in Canada and just buy him. So he was sent to me by Hooter McKoolski. Also, shout out to Papa Gord. Papa Gord also offered to send me one, but Hooter beat him to the punch. So take that, Papa Gord, I guess. I'm sorry. I love Papa Gord. I love everybody. But it was nice. It was a nice surprise. So definitely go check him out. He's a cool guy. But I wanted to get this open. What I want to do is just kind of show you the differences. And I could make a video, you know, where I talk at the camera like I normally do. But I feel like people just want to look at the figure rather than have me talk about the figure and show photos of it. So I figured this is a better thing to do. Now, right off the bat, here we go. We have the figure itself. I can smell the figure from here. That's crazy. We've got his two little, what are those, DC, I think 15s. I don't remember the guns. Whenever I do reviews, I have to look up the guns. I cannot remember what the names of these blasters are. I know DC is usually in there, and there's like 15 and 17 and A's and S's and all that stuff. And I just, I'm not good at remembering those things. But here we go. Here we have, you know, I have to say, This is actually a really nice soft goods robe. It really, really is. Kind of a little disappointed you can't do the hood a little bit there. Of course, he does have a removable helmet. Now, the helmet here is interesting because this is not what the helmet looked like in the show. This is Commander Bly's helmet, which actually I should have gotten him off the shelf to show the differences, but I didn't, and I'm not getting up. He's all the way across the room. But yeah, that's it looks good though. I'm not a fan of this. As you can see here, right off the bat, we see our first difference. He has the regular release has the painted. Actually, it's this color and that's painted, whereas this, it's all molded in one color plastic, which kind of sucks there. But we have the helmet, which is off, and then we have the face. Look at that. I wonder, can I do this? Does it have macro? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ah, this is actually pretty nice. And you get a fun view of my editing snacks over there and behind my computer. That's way too much, but that's fine. Look at that. You can get real close with this camera now. That's pretty nice. Actually, so close. This is interesting. You can see the print marks. It looks like fingerprints. You can see once you get close the dots that make up the image. When you go further away, it looks real nice. Maybe a little too glossy, to be honest. But when you get nice and close like that, look at that. You can see all the little dots that make up his eyeball, and they don't look nearly as good close up. But it does look good here. I'll go ahead and bring him over here so we can, I want to see if there are any differences between the two faces. This one's definitely, like, this one looks like he's in a rainstorm. This one looks like, they just put a weird clear coat over him. Also, the hair is way better on this one. You can see that face color goes way up too far on his blonde hair there. Whereas there, it doesn't. They have, as far as I can tell, actually, it doesn't look like they have the same face. His lip over here, tell me if I'm imagining this, but this looks way more snarky. Smirky. That's the word I'm going for. It looks way more smirky. This one looks like he has just kind of a plain face, like a straight straight face, whereas this one, he's got kind of like a half smile. And I feel like his eyes are different. I don't think that's the paint. I think that's the actual sculpt. So I think they actually put a different head on this. And I'll get more into that. I do want to, you know, I brought this out for a reason, not just to show off that I have it. But I wanted to show off the differences in the painting. You also see that he came with a bunch of other blasters too, which is fine. That's nice. That's one of the differences. But the other difference is the, come on, you can do it. There we go. And I'm genuinely curious what you like the look of, you know, better here. This is the, I guess, regular old-fashioned painted head. This is the face printing head. Which one do you like better? I definitely think the eyes have a little bit more life in them. I think there's a lot more shading in the face. Let's see, can I change this? Okay, like that. Oh, and look at that. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that actually looks worse for some reason. So let's go back to this. That's my regular camera lens here. I can't get too close. See, if I get closer with this, the focal point gets too close. So I have to go back here to show it off. So if I want to get super close, I have to go to the wide angle, and I can go real far in because the focal length is really nice there. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I definitely. You notice the eyes though stay looking like eyes, which is interesting. And in this one, when it gets close, you can see all the little dots that make up. You can see my hand shaking, it's so close. And again, I want to show off this one too. So this is the old painted one. That's the new. Ooh, that's so glossy. It's just my lights are. It could be a trick of the lights. It could be the exact same face, but it looks different to me, and it could just be the painting. That's how much of a difference painting makes. But which one do you like the look of better? I actually think I like this one better, but just that glossiness kills it. It's real bad. It's real bad. So what I want to do now, can I take this off? That's kind of what I want to do next. Is this an accessory that can be removed? I don't see why not. I don't think it's glued on. So I just kind of wanted to see what we got going on here. I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this figure so far. It does feel like it's just, I mean, it's definitely a money grab for the sake of a money grab. Like, I don't mind some repaints and stuff, but this one doesn't feel good, I'll be honest. And I'm a sucker for repaints here. Like, I don't really have anything against it. So I mean, I don't care that they didn't paint this, or like, you can tell how much better this looks than this, but this is underneath that. So the idea is this will just be on and you'll never see this, but they have it. And he's missing his little pauldron right there, obviously, because I actually don't remember if he's wearing it in the show, but also like it gets in the way of the hood, I guess. I don't know if he's wearing it in the show and he's not wearing it here. I think that sucks. On top of, you know, he never had this in the show to my knowledge. So these little things kind of make this figure suck a little bit. I don't actually remember which of these two helmets goes with which figure. Actually, I could probably tell. You can see the paint wear inside this right here. That is because it goes with this figure here, which has paint on his face. And that's how I can tell. Whereas this one, the printing does not come off easily. I've never really had paint rub on a face printed figure. That's one of the nice things about the face printed figures. They look terrible up close. They look really good from afar, and they don't paint rub. So there's that. But let's go back to this, because this is what we're here to talk about. You know, should you get this? I don't know. I feel like if you don't have a Rex here and you don't want to fork over the money for him, because he tends to be pretty pricey on the aftermarket. But yeah, it looks like you should be able to put that up, but it looks like, I think this was folded weird or something, because that just showed up out of nowhere. So what happens if we put this back on? Anyways, Rex is a popular character. If you don't have him and this is like the only way you can get him, I think I would say, yeah, go ahead and get him. But if you've got the original Rex, unless you just really want this robe, which, to be fair, this is a very nice robe. It's super nice. The stitching on it looks good, all the different patterns, the colors. I think this is actually one of the nicer robes, kind of ponchos, whatever, that we've gotten from Hasbro so far. Do I have it backwards? I think I have it. Is that the front? I don't remember. I don't think so. Because I think this is supposed to be the hood. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the hood. But you can see it's, because that's one of the problems when you have soft goods at this level, is they don't hang properly. Yeah, I definitely, like, for looks, I mean, I have to get this. I'm going to give this a 0.25. I'm not a fan of the helmet. I'm not a fan of the glossy face. I just don't think he's accurate. So looks is always about accuracy, and it's not accurate. And there are weird mistakes. I get that maybe early production models of Rex probably had this, and then somewhere along the way they decided to take it off. And that is 100% something that probably happened. And at some point, Rex probably did have this visor thing. But in the show, I think he uses binoculars. He doesn't have the macro binocular built into that. Also, this the poncho keeps you from getting that all the way down, and you can see his chin because you can't get it all the way down, and that's dumb. It might be that I don't think the poncho being backwards would affect that. I think this is just maybe this is not a good poncho. Maybe they should have made the poncho less thick or something. I don't know. I don't even know how to feel about this now. That's terrible. Yeah, no matter how you push that down with that poncho there, it won't stay down, and his chin just kind of hangs out right there. Whereas these guys, like, his chin's way up there. So that's kind of weird. I'll never not see his chin poking out from underneath there. So yeah, for looks, I'm giving it a 0.25. I think this is bad. Hi, Editing Mike here. I found out that if you have the hood up and then put this on, it does sit a lot more securely and a lot more flush, but you can still see that chin underneath there, and there is not a way to get rid of that. But it does stay on a lot better than it was before, and I feel like it looks a little bit better. For accessories, I mean, my opinion on the poncho just kind of tanked, so I don't even know anymore. I mean, he comes with the standard guns. I think they're all just kind of painted the same color, which is just the color of the plastic. Like this one doesn't have any paint on it. I think this one does have like a brushing over it. No brushing. Okay, so they're the same basically. So the blasters get a pass all the way around. Not a problem. Yeah, I think accessories, I guess I'll give them I'm gonna give it a 0.75 because the cloak's nice, but soft goods don't really do it for me. Articulation is the same. He actually has really good articulation. He's just the standard Rex body. So I'm gonna give that a full 1 point there because the articulation's always great on Rex. The only thing that sucks now is because he doesn't have the butterfly joints, I guess. So you know what? Because of the age, I'll bump that down to 0.75. If he had the butterfly articulation, it would be the full point still, but because they didn't fix that on Rex, I'm gonna have to pull that down just a little bit to 0.75. Now, next after that is the paint. sculpt and detail, and I do love the sculpt and detail of most of the body. It's the same, like we have the same dirt and all that stuff. So, you know, that's not really different, which is neat. But the other problem here is he's missing a lot of the sculpt that he should have. The glossiness on the skin is really weird. Again, I'll get real close here. You can see all the little details in the armor. Like, it looks great. He's got all the little hash marks, which I never got an answer for what they were the first time I did this. So I'm gonna give it a half point for that. Just all the inaccuracies and things like that. It's just kind of a bummer. So half point there. And then the want, availability, and value here. He's more expensive. I think he was like 30 bucks. And that's kind of weird in and of itself. Like, it was more expensive for no reason, because the other figure that came out at the same time was 25, which is still more expensive, but you know, like we kind of get over that. So he was more expensive. He's Walmart exclusive, which sucks right off the bat. Walmart is hands down the worst when it comes to Black Series exclusives and finding them and having them available. And he's not released in the US right now. He's only released in Canada, but that'll change. But you know, who knows how long that'll be? Who knows if you won't get your Walmart order canceled? So I'm gonna give it a 0.25 for want, availability, and value. Not great. So I think this is honestly one of the lowest scores I've ever given a figure. I honestly didn't write any of this down, and I don't really remember off the top of my head what some of the earlier scores I arbitrarily gave it are, but I'm gonna give this about 2.75. Like I said earlier, if you don't have a Black Series Rex and you can get this thing now for a good price, get it. But if you only want one Rex and you want the better Rex, that's still going to be the original Rex that came out. Either this version or the HasCon exclusive one, but the HasCon exclusive one might be really hard to find and it's very expensive. Oh yeah, and I also forgot, they still have this problem where this hand doesn't have a trigger finger. So if you want to put his other blaster in this hand, he's just kind of holding it. Well, he's holding it like he's holding it here. He's holding it weird. He won't hold it with his trigger finger on the trigger because he doesn't have a trigger finger, because it's sculpted dumb. So yeah, I think that's about it. Not a great figure, but decent if you don't have one. I have two now, and I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It'll probably go somewhere on my shelf. Maybe if I have a little Bad Batch kind of scene going on, but I have a Captain Rex on my shelf, and I feel like this one does everything this one does, but better and more accurate. Unless you just really dig this helmet style. Like that could be a thing, I guess. So let me know down in the downstairs area what you think of this. Do you have this yet? Do you live in Canada, basically? Because I know they haven't been even close to shipping, at least not that I know of, in America here. So let me know down in the downstairs area. I love to read and respond to all of the comments here. I'd also love to take a moment and thank these people here who support me on Patreon at the Black Series level or higher. Thanks so much. It means a lot to me that you guys do that. If Patreon's not your thing, there's also a YouTube membership you can join. That also helps out the channel. Other than that, you can just like, share, subscribe. All of that stuff goes a long way to helping out the channel. And with that, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for getting this far, and I'll see you later. Bye.